Hi everyone. So I figured we haven't done a big picture oracle card reading in a really long time. So I thought for today, just for our energy check-in, we could use the Lenormand system and then clarify it with the big picture oracle. So we'll just see what the energy wants to tell us today. So we're starting with the tree, the scythe, the mountain, the garden, the birds, the fox, the fish, the sun, and the clover. So there is something here, certainly. Whenever I see the birds and the garden come through together, many times for me, this is a combination of social media. So it could be that there are communication, conversations going on social media or other perhaps kinds of online platforms. It could be emails, it could be group emails, mass emails, group texts, that kind of thing. This is just really telling me there's communication with a lot of people. It could even be gossip. But there's a bit of a warning coming through here too, that the future energy, it looks like you're headed towards an energy of someone or something that's going to be a little bit tricky for you. So if you're dealing with some kind of let's, for example, say there's an email situation going on, but you feel like something is missing or something is corrupt or someone is capitalizing on something, that might be the energy that I'm picking up on here. But in a more broad sense, this could just be trolls, things of that nature. I'm seeing these two cards together for social media, and then I'm seeing kind of like a trickster or someone who's up to no good, kind of hanging around the garden, so to speak. So that's really the energy that's coming through there. But when I see the foundation, what this is really standing on is the sun. And so it seems like right now you have perhaps the truth on your side, but right now I think you may be having trouble showing that you would prefer in a Lenormand spread to have the sun at the top shining down on everything. But in this case, we have the sun at the bottom. But it's also what kind of energizes you and gives you your support in this particular situation, whatever this is for you. But you really are very worried because you have the scythe here, which is on your mind. So whatever this is, it doesn't feel like you have it fully under control. So whoever this trickster is for you, whatever these kind of communications, whatever this gossip is for you, it does seem like it's very troubling for you at the moment, even though it looks like the truth is on your side, but it's also looking like the truth is not quite out there yet. But as we all know, the truth always comes out. So we have that going for us, right? So this has something to do with your family because the tree is up here in the position of what you already know. So what you already know is that somehow your family is involved, or perhaps for some of you, this could be your ancestors that are guiding you through this. But with the Lenormand system, I tend to use it for more day-to-day, more 3D types of things that are going on. And I usually save the tarot for more of the spiritual jobs that we do. So in this case, I do feel like this has something to do with your family. So maybe something that's being said about your family, something that has to do with your family that's being done in a group email. Make it make sense for you, but it's something very familial coming through here. But I'm also getting this clover card. So there is this little bit of information that you're getting. Perhaps you're compiling evidence, those types of feelings that are coming through this clover card that you know that luck is on your side. And I think it may be because the sun is here that you know the truth is there. It's just waiting to be discovered. And so this is telling me that you're really the only one who knows the truth, but you may be holding back some of that truth right now just so that you can maybe perhaps use it later to your advantage. With the Mountain card coming in here, there's still a lot of obstacles that you have to overcome in order to get to this truth and the success that you want. But because the Sun is here, I know, and you know, that the truth is going to manifest itself in this situation. But before that can happen, there does seem like there's this mountain that you might have to climb in order to get to that. But here is what you don't see. There are fish here in the position of what you don't see, which means there is money in this for you. So if this is some kind of a dispute over money or any kind of resources, really, if you're having some kind of a dispute like that about this in this situation, then I feel like that's the part that you don't even see coming, that you don't see that you're going to end up with money in this situation, especially if someone is doing something wrong. And when I see the clover and the fox next to each other, this is always to me an opportunist. So there's someone in your energy who is either sending mass emails, sending you emails, contradicting themselves, trying to get money out of you, whatever that is, make it make sense for you. It's very clear that this is just an opportunist. And I think that they don't really realize that the truth is eventually going to come out. Even if it's not today, the truth will come out. So it seems like there is a little bit of advice coming through here too, which is really just saying that this greater community who is involved. So perhaps if this is a familial thing, let's say, for example, that you have a child in a school and this school is having perhaps doing some injustices to your child. Just an example. This is telling me that this greater community, so the school-wide community, is already kind of sensing that there's something wrong going on here with this person who is not on the up and up. But just like you, they're not quite seeing it for the whole story just yet. They're not seeing the whole picture yet. Otherwise, we would see the Sun up here in a Lenormand spread. But again, because the Sun is here, and especially because it's next to the clover, it's exposing right now small enough evidence, small enough details and truths that people are starting to kind of come around in this situation. So make that make sense for your story. But let's see if we can get clearer with the big picture oracle deck. So we have the fox again. So this is confirming this fox is, there's something going on with your family or that your ancestors are protecting you from, where this fox is up to no good. And so there's something here for sure that the universe is very aware of. There's no doubt. And you are very aware of. Then we have the garden again. So we have the garden coming out twice and the fox coming out twice. The garden is coming in with the scythe, which is what I was just saying, that the greater community is starting to think like you. The greater community is starting to come around and say, wait a second, something is wrong in this situation. Why is it going this way? Why is there an injustice being done to this child or to this family member, or make it make sense to you? Then we have the cross coming in with the mountain. So when I see the cross come in with the mountain, this is certainly some kind of karmic lesson. And it looks like this is your karmic lesson. So you have to, this cross is saying this is something you must do. The universe has put this on you. And because it's coming at the top of the spread, this is a cross that is weighing down on you because the energy moves this way. So this is your karma that you are dealing with. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a horrible thing for you to have to deal with. I know that word karma can sound a little heavy, but in this case, it sounds like you are to use lessons that you have already learned in this situation. So in other words, climb this mountain, even though you don't think it's fair that you have to climb the mountain, because if this is the person who did everything wrong, if this is the person who did all of the injustices, and you know that the truth is out there, you're saying to yourself, why do I have to climb the mountain? Why do I have to be the one to do all the hard work to expose this person for everything that they have done wrong? Well, the answer to that is because it's your karma. It's you learning a lesson. It's you reacting perhaps in a different way than you would have in the past. This is you putting in the concerted effort, step by step by step, to make sure that you untangle your own karma while this person starts to receive theirs. So that is what I'm very clearly getting from that. So even if it feels like it's still not fair, climb the mountain anyway, do the hard work, because the sun is here. The universe has not forgotten that the truth is here. And the truth really is on your side. Just right now, I think it looks like your job is to collect all that truth. So then we have the birds again. We have the birds again coming in with the garden. So this again, to me, that's a social media card. So if there's something going on social media regarding this, then you'll know that is your specific message. But this can also be emails. It can be text messages. So make it make sense. But this is a lot of talk in a community, rumors going around, text messages flying around, emails with lots of people on them. So make that make sense. Then we have the rose, and the rose is coming in with the birds. So when I see the rose with the birds, this is just like a lot of people who are still pretending to be nice, even when there's a silent war going on in the background. So if you're still exchanging emails with someone who you know has done you dirty, it looks to me like the emails are still taking a very professional tone, that no one has really made any strong moves yet in this case. And it looks like too, to me, because you have the mountains and the cross here, it looks to me like you can't really make any strong moves yet, not until you've kind of climbed this mountain, that perhaps you have to gain more evidence before you can make a strong move. So then with the fox, we have the lily. So the fox and the lily coming together tells me that this person thinks that they're pretty smart. This person thinks that they know exactly what they're doing. But the reality is they have no idea that the karmic light is about to be shined right on them. So that tells me that they're not that smart. They're just an opportunist. And many times opportunists are not that careful. They wait for opportunities and they pounce on them, but they're not very strategic players. Opportunists kind of have to strike while the iron is hot, even if they're not quite ready. So this is just confirmation for me that this person doesn't have a clue what they're doing, and that most likely they're going to step on the rake and eventually they're going to tell on themselves, which is probably part of their karma, which is clearly coming. But it looks like there's not going to be a lot of instant gratification for you in this situation, that this is more of a long play and you have to kind of wait it out to see how it's going to play out. So then we have Cupid coming in with the fish. So this just tells me that you are going to get an abundance of something that you really love, something that you have been waiting for. So if this is some kind of recovery of money, you are going to get it in abundance. And because I think there's a family tree here, this is less romance and more just love for your family. I did see the heart card show up at the bottom of the Lenormand deck. So I do think that this is more love and less romance, that whatever you love is coming back to you. And anytime something comes back with the fish, it's coming back tenfold. The fish is an abundance of something. And that's important to note here, that you don't even see that this is going to ultimately be the outcome. But again, it's a long play. So with the sun, we have the bear, which I love to see because this is a very powerful karma that's going to be shown on this person. So when this sun does appear at the top of the spread, when this sun does appear to shine down the truth on everyone involved, it's going to be massive what's going to happen. And then finally, with the clover, we have the broken mirror. Oh, and something interesting, at the bottom of both of these decks, we have the heart card. So this is certainly about someone you love. And again, I'm picking up a family member very strongly in that. But make it make sense for you. It could be a lover, it could be a very close friend, but I'm really picking up family very strongly here. And then finally, we have the Clover with the broken mirror. So this is more of a warning to you to be very concise, be very clear about the evidence that you're collecting. Keep detailed records. Make sure you have things written down. Keep emails where people contradict themselves, or make it make sense for you. But be very clear about the things that are given to you right now, because don't overlook anything. In other words, this is a time for data collection. This is a time for you to carefully climb this mountain and make sure that you make all of the right moves. No sudden movements right now. Make all the right moves and you will be fine. The universe is very clearly lined up right now. You have the same card falling underneath both of these decks. We had many of the same cards come out in the Lenormand system and in the Big Picture Oracle system. So this is very clear that the universe knows exactly what is going on. And the universe is going to help you climb that mountain, but you have to do it and collect all of the data that you need. So that is our Lenormand / Big Picture Oracle reading for the day. Please let me know if this was resonant for you, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.